In today's episode of Did You Know? By Georgina Zagaro Chavez, this is very important thing to know. A lot of my patients, a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that I talk with, they thinking if you eat fruits and vegetables, that's about it, you're healthy. And that's not how it works. Because in commercial agriculture, they have a lot of bad practices. What is the point of me doing this kind of videos, this kind of information? Well, I tell you what it is. I'm going to give you a lot of information regarding contamination, environmental health. Right now we're going to talk about produce and also like skincare, a bunch of stuff like that. Why I'm doing this is because, first of all, it's important for you to know, that way you can be aware of all the goods and the bads and try to protect and prevent health problems. The second thing is, because you know the commercial agriculture has these issues and you stop consuming this kind of products, well, commercial agriculture, because they want to sell, they have to use better practices. And that's the power of you, me, and everybody to know, because the more that we know, the more that we're going to put pressure in these companies to have better practices in their produce. So I will appreciate you if you share it, you give it to other people information. That way we can create a movement where we can go ahead and stop buying what is not good for us. We're going to talk about produce, and always good practice for me is use organic. I consume organic produce the most I can, but sometimes, even though I try, sometimes we cannot do it. It's a little bit more money when it comes to paying in the register, but it's worth it because you can have a better quality life. All right, with no more do's. Hi, my name is Georgina Zagaro Chavez. I'm a health and wellness coach. Right now, I try to certify as a epigenetic coach. What it means that I'm going to use genetic testing, to be more precise in what I'm advising to others. My background is naturopathic medicine, acupuncturist, hypnotherapist. I took tons of classes of nutrition, so I think I'm qualified for being a epigenetic coach, because right now the only thing they're needing is to know how to interpret the lab test from genetics. The name of our class today is Dirty Dozen. The Dirty Dozen. Did you know that every year the Environmental Working Group, a non-profit organization devoted to health, research, and education, puts out a shopper's guide to pesticides and produce? It's called the Dirty Dozen because it contains the top 12 fruits and vegetables being sold at your grocery store that consistently test positive for various pesticides and herbicides. Even after having been washed, these chemicals are totally gut disruptors that will alter your microbiome, leading to indigestion, poor sleep, weight gain, low energy, and bloating. No counting that they harm your immunity. All right, the number one is strawberries. 1 out of 3 strawberries contains at least 10 pesticides. Remember, some pesticides, they can cause cancers. So you wonder why we have so many cancers? Well, here's your answer. Spinach. I love spinach in my smoothies. Try to get them organic as much as I can. Here is the spinach. 97% of those samples contain pesticides residues. Grapes. I don't know if you know, a few years ago, the farmers, they were complaining poor practices in California, when they were farming grapes, because they were putting a lot of pesticides, and a lot of them, they were dying. So I don't know if you recall, but look, grapes normally, on average, each grape contain 5 pesticides. Some of them, they can be deadly. There are a lot of them, the farmers are dead. Apples, 80% contain the pesticides diphenyllamine, which is banned in Europe. It's a lot of pesticides that we have here in the United States that they've been banned in Europe, but here they're still on. And an apple a day is not always a good. So nectarines, nearly 94% of samples contain 2 or more pesticides. Pears contain several insecticides and fungicides in high concentration. Peaches, 99% have detectable pesticide residues. Cherries, an average 5 pesticides were detected for each cherry. Tomatoes, one sample contained 15 different pesticides, no counting in the warehouses where tomatoes are sold to the stores. They put gas. They put gas to make them look pretty, okay? That's on top of the pesticides. So this is the pesticides, that's 15 different pesticides, tomatoes, plus the gas. So you figured out how good tomato it is. Tomato, organic tomato is very good. Commercial tomato, that's the problem. This is what we're talking about, commercialized produce. Celery, more than 95% tested positive for pesticides. Potatoes contain more pesticide residues by weight than any other group. Last one, sweet bell peppers contain more toxins, pesticides than other crops. Like I told my patients, it's been to do organic, especially for items in the Dirty Dozen list. You can also avoid these fruits and veggies by choosing produce the EWGS 2018 list, the Clean 15. Besides pesticides, okay, even in this list, it has pesticides. But remember some of the GMO modified. When they're organic and not GMO, you're getting a better quality produce. You don't have that many options. Even these things, I think that you have to be aware of. Some of these products like avocado, I think that they're still good, but most of them, like for instance here we're talking about sweet corn. Sweet corn, is GMO. Most of the stuff that we eat up there, most of the stuff commercialized that they sell, although they don't show that many pesticides residues, but they do have GMO. Beware of that one. Avocado, less than 1% tested for positive for pesticides. Sweet corn, make sure to buy organic only to avoid GMO. Corn covered in glyphosate. Most of the GMO corn, they have glyphosate, and they know that they cause cancer. It's been some lawsuits to Monsanto, and it's been proven they cause cancer. So please try to avoid it. GMO better. Without GMO, I'm sorry, the organic. Pineapples, just 10% has pesticide residues. Cabbage, 14% contains pesticide residues. Onions, less than 10% positive for pesticides. Sweet peas, frozen one, about 20% contains pesticides. Papayas, make sure to buy organic and only avoid GMO papaya. Asparagus, just 10% have pesticide residues. Mangoes, 22% contains pesticides. Eggplants, 25% tested positive for pesticides. Honeydew, melons have no detectable pesticide residues. Kiwis, 35% contains pesticides. Cantaloupes, only 10% contain more than one pesticide. Cauliflower had no detectable pesticides. Broccoli, 30% tested positive for pesticide residues. So now that you have a list of products that you can buy. But if I were you, I would go and try to buy produce that they are organic, free of GMO. Because even though you eat fruits and vegetables, it don't mean that you are healthy. Well, until next time, this is Georgina Salgado Chavez, your health and wellness coach. See you in the next episode of Did You Know? Bye-bye.